you're a fellow Modesto High alum.
That's right. Grew up here, as I said, on this property. Moved out in the country. Met my wife at church during that time. And
How long were you in Vietnam?
12 months and 29 days.
Wow. Wow.
I left on February 15th
Mm-hmm.
from El Toro.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped over in Hawaii to refuel. And then somewhere in between Hawaii and Okinawa, we crossed the international date line.
Yeah.
So there was never a February 16th,
Mm-hmm.
which would have been my 21st birthday. One of our mortars fired and it fell short, and I removed the skin from about here past my
Oh.
So got a nice second-degree burn.
And after your duty ended, did you move on back to Modesto?
I went back to Modesto. I previously, before I got out, applied for a position with the post office, and a month later I was hired. So I worked there from October of '69 until March of 2001. The thing that I knew was going on, I knew it too when I was in the band and also playing sports after I got home, was that my coordination was off. I just kept saying, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong. So finally a guy that I met as he walked around the block here in the morning, he was in the Army in Vietnam, he says, you know, you really need to go down to the VA. They got a clinic here, go see him. It was determined that I had suffered, well, not just one, but traumatic brain injuries. But my problem was, and continues, is the link between recognizing something, in other words, an address. Now, when you see that, it triggers a response in your memory to tell you what to do with that address, or a stop sign, or whatever it is, you know. Well, that trigger that should have gone to my memory and been recalled to create a form of action, that link was damaged.
And tell us a little bit about what happened, what caused you to come into our office.
When I got the information from the VA that I could go to a local dentist, I said, oh, that's great. That's when I was told that the previous charges hadn't been paid yet. And I said, oh, well, that's too bad. You know, why not? One of the Alpha office personnel there, she said, well, you know, sometimes it doesn't hurt to talk to your congressman.
The VA, I think, does a lot of great services, but it's still a real large organization, and they don't always act as responsively as they maybe always should, and that's why getting a call from a member of Congress actually makes them do the job faster than they would have done it otherwise. And sometimes that's the role of an office like ours, to make sure we're greasing the wheels and actually pushing things along that should have been happening a lot sooner than it otherwise might. And looking back, I mean, what advice would you have for a veteran in a similar situation?
Hey, if you're having troubles and you're just getting the runaround, go to your local representative or senator. You know, go to somebody in government, because that's what they're there for. But if you don't go to your local representative, then they aren't going to know that you're having this problem.
When all else fails, call your member of Congress and make sure they actually get the job done.
That's right.
That's great.